there's two ways to approach the weekend. I mean, and the approach is the business as usual. We've got to get better this week. We've got some things that we can learn from last week, or we can approach it like we're playing the last place team that's 1-14 and 2. And I think that that's very dangerous. And we've talked about it for years. It's always been part of our preparation. We're not a team that can sit and take anybody for granted. We're not a team that we step on the ice and it's an automatic win. So to me, it's just making sure. I mean, we've made our point to the team. Now the team has to make sure that they understand that. And today was a good practice. There was good intensity. We got to cover some things that we needed to, and that'll be the same approach as we go through the week. That's just something, as athletes or competitive athletes, it's that you can't underestimate any of your opponents. You can't take anything for granted. You have to go out and earn everything that you're going to get. So that's our approach, and that's kind of how we started today off. For us, the approach on the weekend, played hard on Friday. I thought we executed pretty well. I thought that Saturday, I was just addressing it with the team, is that the energy and the enthusiasm was great throughout the course of the day. The messaging was that, this game's going to be harder than the next one, or than last night. We have to be prepared to play that way. And I think that, again, the message was that the energy and enthusiasm doesn't always constitute preparation. And that's something that, you're always trying to drive home with your athletes, is that it's about the preparation, about every night bringing the same energy, the same focus, the same execution, and when you're doing that, you're going to have success. And I think we got away from the focus part of it. I think we just kind of felt good about our game Friday, and all of a sudden we forgot about some of the things that we did Friday in order for us to have success. And it's obviously disappointing because it was a good opportunity to, obviously, given the fact that some other teams lost around us and we could have made up some ground there, but we didn't, unfortunately. We addressed it with the team, and at this point, that's what we can do, and try and get better from it. So if we get in that position again, we've got to make sure we capitalize on those opportunities, because there's only so many left this year. So it was my first time basically I hadn't been in the United States very much, but I was a freshman. We went down there and played. It was really interesting because I'd never been in the southern part of the U.S., so it was kind of an interesting trip for me just to come down there and see that. But I actually scored my first college goal there, so that was always something to remember. I got the puck still, and I was assisted by Doug Raycroft and Lauren Canigan. One was a senior, one was a junior. And, so you always remember that part of it. But outside of that, it's been a long time. 92, I scored that goal, so that's 20-some years. But I do know that I know Mike Corbett, head coach, and Mike's a competitor. He's been around college hockey for a long time, and he's going to have his team ready to come up here and compete. And they're playing every weekend just like everybody else to get better and have the development and the growth in their program just to get it to the next level. And we're no different than they are. We're just going to make sure we maintain the same focus. Be interesting because we don't know a lot of their players. There's a few Western Canadians that we had seen in the recruiting process, but kind of a little bit of an unknown because we haven't played them or seen their team for a long time.
Friday went well for us, and we played well as a team. And I think coming into Saturday, I think we had the right mindset, and obviously it was disappointing with the outcome. I think coming into this week is just like you said, we're trying to find consistency in our game, and that's obviously something that grows over time. And I think it's the details, the little things, the hard work. And I think if we keep doing those things, we're going to find our more and more consistency in our game and find our sweep that we've been looking for. We talked about it. It was a tight series. They weren't giving us too much, and we saw that the second night. And we were working hard for our chances, and even like the first night, chances weren't abundant, and we were lucky enough to capitalize on the mistakes they made. And I think that's what we just work hard. Those kind of things come. Maybe the breakdowns behind the net, things like that. So that's what we're working on coming into this. It's exactly when you get into trouble is when I think that taking teams for granted, because no matter what, every game anyone can win. That's just how sport is. So I think we're really making sure that we're taking this as any other weekend, coming in and trying to get all 4 points. I think we got to keep doing the little things. I think finding the consistency in all ends of the rink, and just having wave after wave, everyone playing the same way for 60 minutes, we'll find success this weekend.